let's go ahead and start with the men. Now, of course, every year the full 30-man roster for the Rumble will not be revealed, but we already have our names that we pretty much know that's going to be in it, including Cody Rhodes. Now, Cody Rhodes is going for that unprecedented third Royal Rumble win. Before we even make a prediction of who's going to win the Royal Rumble, Alec, I want to know from you, who is in your final four?
You've got to have Cody Rhodes. I think that it's become a meme and a very unfunny meme at this point. LA Knight, Randy Orton. I think he has history with both LA Knight and Cody Rhodes, and I think eventually that pin is going to get taken out of the grenade for Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton, and maybe that starts at the Royal Rumble. And then for a fourth, Trick Williams.
Okay, I like that. I like it. Now, we know that Trick Williams just got called up to SmackDown earlier this month. Why you think that he should, go past other superstars that's going to be in it? Like Jey Uso is going for the repeat. Somebody like that, a veteran. Why you think he should be in the final four?
I think it's helpful to WWE and their entire structure when it comes to having an NXT, having that minor league, so one might say, and having that representation in your face at the end of the night, at the end of the Royal Rumble, when there's 4 left. And who is the standard bearer for the immediate idea of NXT right before Trick was called up? It's Trick Williams. You could say Braun Breaker, who was the standard bearer of NXT before Trick. But you and I were just talking before we started here. I think that there's more between CM Punk and Braun Breaker to come when it comes to getting there to the final 4. I think you have to have the superstar that you are trying to get over in the short term, and that is Trick Williams.
I feel the exact same way, but for another superstar that I got in my final 4. First of all, I got Cody too. I think it's just conventional wisdom at this point that he's going to be in the final 4. But the star that I was referring to is Oba Femi.
Okay. All right.
Remember Oba Femi? He dropped the NXT championship in order to debut on the main roster. He's going to debut at the Royal Rumble. And this is a guy that I feel like WWE is 1,000% behind. They really believe in Oba Femi. And what a better way of giving him that boost by having him just run through the Royal Rumble contestants, get at least 7 eliminations. I don't think he's going to win at least 7. Yeah, you trying to build up a next powerhouse here.
Putting up some chain numbers.
Oh yeah, I believe so. I'm 100% behind Oba Femi too. I think he's got it. Like I feel that same way with Trick Williams too, but this is a guy that you want to establish as not like Brock Lesnar, but like in a sense of being that next big thing. So I believe. Go ahead.
To go off of your pick before you get into the other two, I think I just found it interesting because I think Oba Femi and Trick Williams, they are both not completely there yet, but they just got promoted from NXT. And I think that there is something that both of them can do in their own respective way to really flesh themselves out and become a WWE superstar.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. My other two now, I was having a hard time, and I'm putting an asterisk on one of these names because we're gonna talk about it. It's gonna lead into my next couple questions, but I feel like Brian Breaker should be in the final four.
Okay.
And my last name, probably a surprising name, but you can interweave these storylines too with Cody, Jacob Fatu.
Yeah. That would be interesting if you had if you had three of the last four be Braun Breaker, Jacob Fatu, and Oba Femi.
Yeah.
That
And
would
I feel like all three of these guys have a bone to pick with Cody Rhodes too, which will make it
yeah,
harder for him to,
to
win the whole
overcome.
thing. Yeah. Yeah, because if you building him as that next big baby face, the face of your company, one thing you have to do, and you know this, a baby face, you got to stack the odds against them. Make it
Yep.
seem impossible. Take out that, put in that mystique. Like I don't know if they going, really overcome this. And I feel like if you had them three in there with Cody Rhodes, that they'll put him back him in the corner.
And then Cody is just right on the lisp of doing it, and then the beautiful thing, a baby face getting screwed over.
Oh, yeah, Alec love baby faces getting screwed over time and
And
time
then
again.
and then Braun Breaker wins the Royal Rumble.
Is that all right? Hold on, let me jump into that now. Is that your prediction, Brian Breaker?
Yeah, it wasn't part of my previous commentary here, but if let's say if the the snow globe of the Royal Rumble comes down to your uh final there, I think Braun Breaker. And I think that would be good for Braun, and he would pick Punk and go to WrestleMania and beat Punk.
All right, as far as my winner, I had a hard time. I was thinking, I just got this feeling that they're going to do it. They are going to give Cody Rhodes that mantle of him being a three-time Royal Rumble winner.
Well,
Same
there
as
has
Stone
been
Cold.
one there. Yeah, I was gonna say there's been one. There's been one in the past, but
This is Stone Cold. This
and
is
then there's
Cody
Cody
Rhodes.
Rhodes.
Yeah.
I have a hard time thinking that that's gonna happen.
No, I'm with you on that. Like, of course, I don't think fans are gonna like it, but at this point, it's like, who else would you pick? My second pick, I guess it'll be like a 1B, will actually be like Brian Breaker.
Yeah, it's like who else you gonna pick? Well, you can pick who I picked. That's your alternative.
Right, right. I think it's gonna be either one of those two. But let me ask you about Brian Breaker real quick, because we know that he's feuding with CM Punk. Should they make a championship rematch at the Royal Rumble between him and Punk? And if they do, would they take him out of the Royal Rumble picture?
You see, this past Raw, Gunter explicitly brought up the whole double duty thing when he was talking to AJ, um, about having a match with him and doing the Royal Rumble. And he said, I'm not pulling double duty. That used to be the norm in Royal Rumbles past. That being in a match earlier in the card did not disqualify you from the Royal Rumble. I think it would be worth it to go ahead and book a rematch between Breaker and Punk. No matter how it no matter how it goes down. And then whoever loses that match goes into the Royal Rumble. You know, any person that is on the card before the Royal Rumble should not be disqualified from the Royal Rumble. And I'm not even sure that's a hard and fast rule in WWE land. So I think people just kind of go with it.
Interesting. Okay. Well, let me go to Gunther now. Since Gunther made that point, and he's going against AJ Styles, and I'm picking Gunther to win this match. You think he's going to stay out of it?
He is a heel who lies. He lies. So he will my hope is that he will retire AJ Styles and then join the Royal Rumble. And if that's the case, that's the thing about the final four. Like
Yeah. I
there's
was.
so
I think
much
we're thinking the same thing.
there's so much good about, you know, like we're talking about 8 people, maybe 6 people that have that should have any kind of storyline shot at winning the Royal Rumble. And that's always a good thing. It's always a good thing, especially, for a company that depends on the sleight of hand. It's like, okay, this is what you see, but it's what we want you to see. And then there's the real winner of the Royal Rumble.
If Gunther enters the Royal Rumble, I think he should win it.
Man, it's hard. It's
Yeah,
hard
it is. But I like it.
to,
It's it's
I
it's
I
great.
would
Great
love to.
television.
Ever since Gunther came up short against Cody, you know, Gunther would be an excellent Royal Rumble winner. And
Yeah.
they've strapped the Rocket Pack of, the one true heel in the company to him. I think they need to start taking it more seriously. Like when Triple H was going around sledgehammering people, he wasn't, talking about making them tap out like a little, he was just the game. So I think they need to start being a little more serious with Gunther, someone who's been a serious character his entire time, and now he's, you know, showing some of these like, you know, little funny, like that ain't the time. This is not the time for that. It's time to start getting serious. So hopefully they do that with Gunther.
Of course, every Royal Rumble, men and women, has a surprising return behind it. And this year, we don't know who's going to be that surprising return. Most times would have pointed to Chris Jericho the past few weeks, but we shall see what happens. Let's go through the history of the Royal Rumble right quick. Since 1988, we had this event. There's been a lot of surprising returns, Alec. But who's that one that stand out to you? Like, who was that wrestler and what year was it?
This is going to be such a low hanging fruit, but it truly is. It was the shocking one was John Cena, 2008. Yeah, and I'll tell you what that return gets helped by someone who is like the king of contorting his face, which is Triple H. Like Triple H, he went up, against Cactus Jack 2 different separate times, um, 3 years apart. And each time the Cactus Jack got revealed, this is outside the Royal Rumble, but his face really sold it. And Triple H's face sold the fact that John Cena was not meant to be back for months. No one. Like we're talking about still 2008. This is the internet era, and not a soul, not a soul in that arena, which is not something that is probably ever going to happen again. Not a soul in that arena knew. that John Cena was going to be number 30. Not a soul. So that has to be the best, you know. Otherwise, all we're talking about is little ones over the years, like, oh look, oh here's Diesel, oh here's Booker T in his camo. It's just like, okay, it's nice you didn't blow your quad.
Yeah, that was a big one, John Cena, 2008. I want to mention one is just for variety, Edge 2021. Been gone from the
Yeah,
company a long time. Came out to that theme song, and everybody just popped. And you could tell he came back in better shape, and you could tell on his face he was just like, "Wow, like I'm really back." Like what was that 2010? That one, like that could be up there, but I feel like that kind of ended on a dud. Like this one, it was just something special about this one, and he won the whole thing. So that's my mention.
absolutely. And it's not exactly, a return or anything, but since I mentioned Cactus Jack, and since we mentioned pulling double duty, we have to talk about pulling triple duty at the 1998 Royal Rumble when Mick Foley came out as Mankind, Cactus Jack, and Dude Love in the same Royal Rumble. That's
Yeah,
also that's a beautiful, beautiful moment.
I'm not a fan of Dude Love, but I get your point.
How are you not a fan of Dude Love?
I'm just not a fan of Dude Love.
Ooh, 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 ooh,
Yeah, I don't want to see Mick Foley like that. Uh,
ooh.
Give me the Mankind any
Oh,
day.
have mercy. How
It
could
don't
you
work for
not
me.
get behind that? Oh,
I'm sorry, man. It don't work for me.
that's a shame. That's a shame.
It's all good though. It's all good. All right. We just talked about the men's Royal Rumble. Now, let's show the ladies some love. Let's talk about the women's Royal Rumble. Once again, we're going to have 30 contestants. A lot of these ladies are deserving. I'm very high on the ladies ever since last year. Who's going to earn that chance to go against either Stephanie Vaquer or Jade Cargill? Just like the men's Royal Rumble, Final Four, women's. Who's in your Final Four?
Final four doesn't mean she's gonna win it, but oh my god, put Chelsea Green in the final four. Put Chelsea Green in the final four. Have you like paid attention to the Royal Rumbles that she's in? She makes the Royal Rumble eminently entertaining every single time.
Oh, true. Facts.
And Chelsea deserves to be in that spotlight again. She brings a lot of light and positivity to the women's division without having to be the champion or to have a belt or even be in a faction. You we don't call the Secret Service a faction. That's Chelsea with her goons, which I hope Piper Niven comes back. If Piper Niven came back in this Royal Rumble, that would be fun. Um, but for the other three, how do you not have Rhea Ripley? You got to put Io Sky. And if there was an excuse to have Io Sky and Stephanie Vaquer again, and they have it be a WrestleMania, you go right on ahead. You go right on ahead. And in the fourth spot, do you just give it to Nia Jax?
Mm.
Maybe just have like one powerhouse there. It could be a Nia Jax, it could be a Lash Legend.
I would give Lash a little bit more shot than Nia.
Kind of like the Trick Williams kind of deal. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think I go with Lash then in the in that fourth spot. Yeah,
yeah. See, me again, just like with the men, I had a hard time with this. First of all, me and you both agree Rhea Ripley is going to be in the final four. It's almost like that Roman Reigns type of thing. Like you gotta have her in the final four to be in a surprising elimination at that point.
Yeah,
So like,
or it's just a shocking early elimination, and everyone's like, "What the?"
yeah.
You know?
But I have that for EO Scott. She's not in my final four.
Okay,
Rhea Ripley, I got Liv Morgan in my final four.
okay.
Tiffany Stratton.
There's so many women. There's so many good
See?
women.
See? So many women. Tiffany Stratton, cause that's an easy thing. Have her go against Jade Cargill again. And
I
speaking
would
of
hate
Stephanie,
that.
yeah, well,
I'd
they
hate
could probably improve on it.
maybe.
And speaking of Stephanie Vaquer, surprisingly, probably to you in my final four, Raquel.
Okay.
And I'm gonna double down on that. My predicted winner is actually Raquel.
Okay. You're very Judgment Day heavy here. You
Well, I
know,
mean,
I like Raquel, and she has really gone under the radar as, as the heavy for Liv Morgan, and for Pipsqueak, while Liv Morgan was gone.
you just call her Pip
uh
Sweet.
I did.
Oh,
She's so small.
they all
Uh
almost small.
oh, Liv Morgan's very small, don't get me wrong, but Pop Rocks over there is very she's very pipsqueaky. But she's a big favorite of Booker T. Um Raquel had an amazing month on Raw in matches against Stephanie Vaquer and Nikki Bella. I think Raquel would be an excellent winner. I really do. Because she shows up. She shows up. She knows her role, still has great matches. And when she comes out, people don't want her. People don't like the fans understand where she is, what she is, who she is, and she's playing the role to perfection. And I like that idea. I like the idea of Raquel Rodriguez winning the Royal Rumble.
So are you picking? Well, she's not in your final four. So
No, but
out of your
this
final
this
four, who
whole
you got winning?
this whole time I've just been convinced by your utterly better Final Four. Not EO. EO is like the Jey Uso kind of thing. You could Rhea's always a safe bet.
I mean, I wouldn't mind a Rhea J match, but would you? I don't know.
I don't know if I want to pull the trigger on that one yet. And then Lash Legend, not really. Now you realize that my Final Four was crap. End of the day, I think I like your Final Four, and I think Raquel would be an excellent winner of the Royal Rumble.